Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's GSO TV, and we are here with another dope episode. I want to thank all y'all for staying tuned and rocking with us. We are not only in Greensboro, but we are also in Atlanta. Shout out to all my Greensboro folk. Shout out to all my Atlanta folk, and everywhere in between. So, today we have a guest with us. Y'all welcome to the show, but the homie, Kilo.
What up, dog?
Let me just say, we overdue.
Right.
Like, I'm just happy, I'm thrilled to have you on the show, man. You do so much, you know what I'm saying? You have such an amazing story to tell, you know what I'm saying? Everybody might not have heard that story.
Right.
So we got to get it out there, you know what I'm saying? We've been knowing each other for a minute.
Right.
I think I met you through Josh.
Right.
Shout out to Josh, Skybound Studios. That's the homie right there.
Nice.
And yeah, man, like I'm just, I see you doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? And part of what we do here on the show, is like we like to shed light, shed the spotlight on people that's out here doing their thing, people that's out here that are influential, people that are creators such as yourself. And you have an amazing story to tell.
Oh, man. Keep going.
Amazing story to tell. Yeah. So, hey, here we are. So go ahead and tell the people a little bit about who you are, and what you got going on.
All right. So just a little bit about myself. I'm from Newark, New Jersey.
Jersey?
You know what I'm saying? Brick City in the house. I started off young in a rap group called OCM, which was called Organized Criminal Minds, man. From Jersey, had a whole big crew, and we wound up getting invited to the studio with Papa Chuck. He was on Pendulum Records. He's from Texas, and he when we met him, he was like, "Yo, you got some bars?" I was like, "I got some bars, bro." And he let me get on a song with him and his posse, man. And when the song went back to the label, they were like, "Yo, who's this guy?" And they wanted to give us a record deal, and we got a little bidding war between Giant Records and Quest Records, which was Quincy Jones' label, and we signed with Quest. We came out with a song called Watch How You Sling. We did a little tour of the South, and we had this other song called Mental that was more street. But Watch How You Sling was like a positive record. And we kept saying, yo, we want the hard stuff out there in the streets. They was like, nah, that positive record is great. And then Quincy Jones wound up folding the label, man. And they had like Ras Kass, and it was a couple other artists from LA, but we was the only people from the East Coast that was signed to his label on the rap side. So he folded his label. Then Shakim got us a Pepsi commercial, and it was through Flavor Unit, and man, that kept us afloat after not having that deal for a minute. And then my man Tame introduced me to Lauren, man, and we worked and we did the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, man. We did that together, and that was the big highlight of our career, you know what I mean?
Right.
It took us just like out of here. But then of course we had some conflict, and we got in a big lawsuit with Lauren and Sony and Columbia Records and DOS Communications, her management company, and it all settled out. But we had to prove ourselves, going in the studio, working with people like Faith Evans and Granique and Dante Thomas and John Legend and Anthony Hamilton. We were just working with a slew of people, but it was the whole prove yourself. You know what I mean? Are y'all the guys that really did that? Did y'all really do that? You know what I mean? So we had to let our talent speak, And over the years, man, we got more hit records, and we got a lot of respect from the people, man, and we kept going musically, and it rolled over to even when I moved down to the South, and the first project I worked on was Denalja James.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a poet, and we did her whole album like a regular album. And it was successful. It was being played on the radio and everything. And we went to shoot a video, and the videographer canceled on us. And it was like, all right, well, either we going to let this be canceled, or we could do something different. And my partner Valerie went out and bought a camera. She bought a camera, and we used that camera to shoot the Now This video. And I called my man Odell, who I met, Otrocity. Shout out to Otrocity. He was at A&T College, and he came over and was showing us what he learned about the cameras. And one video turned into 30 music videos, which turned into a documentary, which turned into 8 films.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So that's where we at now. So music history, film history, documentaries coming out. And
so let's stop and unpack, because there's so much going on. Let's stop and unpack.
Right.
Okay, so first of all, working with Lauryn. So you need to tell me, Lauryn Hill's project, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, one of the most influential albums of our generation. You worked on that album.
Absolutely, man. The whole time, bro.
So you worked with Miss Lauryn Hill.
And not only, look, my bro who passed away, Cut, he used to tell me, he said, when you tell a story right.
Okay.
Because you're not just a person who worked on the album, but you're also the guy who brought the whole team to Lauryn's house for us to work. You know what I'm saying? So, because Tame introduced me to Lauryn, we became friends, and we used to keep in contact with each other. And when she went on tour, she would call me from tour. And when she came, Wendy Williams said, Lauryn is pregnant. I heard Lauryn's pregnant. So I called Lauryn immediately, like, yo, you know, some people thought it was my baby because we used to hang out in the hood. So a lot of people saw us together. But she said, come see me. And I went to see her. She had the little belly popping. And then she told me, I'm working on the album, I need help. And she asked me, do you know somebody do beats? I was like, my man Vader. She said, you know somebody play keys? I said, my man Ted, he at Vader House. You know somebody play guitar? Ted got a twin brother named Jahari. They both at Vader House. She was like, you lying. So I went and got them, brought them over to L House, man. And that's where it all began. Everybody showed their talents. That's how it jumped off, man.
That is amazing.
That's how it jumped off.
So tell us, like, what was that process like? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure, like, y'all didn't know that y'all were creating, like, one of the greatest albums of all time.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? What was that whole process like?
Yeah, honestly, when I think about it, it was more like friendships and just vibing. I remember Lauryn saying, yo, go to the album store and look at the DVDs that's up there. Look at some old movies. Let's watch some. Mm-hmm. So I went to the store. It was on Main Street in Orange. And I came back with this doo-wop album, Coolie High, all these different things. And we literally would sit there and watch these things. And we would take words that they would say. And it was like one of the dances that they did in, what was it, doo-wop video, where it was like this. Mm-hmm. It was in Coolie High. It was in the movie. So it was like we were listening, and the doo-wop album we listened to, the way that they were singing, that's what kind of kicked off the idea for doo-wop. Yeah, so we were like really doing homework, really just really digging in the crates, basically. You know what I mean? And I mean, we were there every day. It was like that album was like a baby, because it literally 9 months went by. And I had my first son. She had her first son. My son, Kyrie, was literally like, he was born maybe like 2 months after Zion. Yeah, so we was all young, all doing music, and growing families, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it was good, man. It was a lot of work.
Ladies and gentlemen, GSO TV, we bring y'all pioneers. You know what I'm saying? We bring y'all pioneers in the game right here. But yeah, that's amazing, man. So how did you wind up here?
In Greensboro. I had family here. And there was a period of time where my partner was moving south. He was going to Florida. He's like, yo, I'm moving to Florida. Because he said, we've been in the studio so much. He was like, look, man, my son is 10 years old and I don't even know him. Because we've been dedicated to work after Lauryn project. We was on so many projects back to back that he was like, I gotta take some time and get to know my son. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta leave away from New York, New Jersey, just have a little peace of mind, concentrate on music, but at the same time, be with my family, get to know my family. So when he said that, with us both being from Jersey, I was like, he going to Florida, where would I go? You know? And my cousin had told me to come visit. I came to North Carolina, and I'm sitting down here, and I met a few people, and I was like, it's a pretty nice place. And I went to an auction, and I bought a townhouse at the auction. So before I moved here, I had an investment property here.
Okay.
So when I was coming back and forth due to the house, I started liking the place and was like, opportunity came. Let's move there. You know what I mean? That's how I got here, man.
Yeah,
It's real cool.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I see you moving around the community, you know what I'm saying? You do a lot of things, man, so yeah, definitely happy you're here. Like, you're spreading your talents, you know what I'm saying, in the area. I see that you work with a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So what currently do you have going on?
Oh man, we got some great stuff. We got one film called Rooster that's coming out. And it's kind of like,
what's that about?
Yeah, I call it like a chick flick. You know what I mean? It's like, but it's deep. It's really about, I can't tell you everything what it's about, but it's really about a woman who lost a child. And it's deep.
Sounds deep.
Yeah, it's deep. We got another joint called Caking Up, which is a comedy. Mad funny. A lot of the comedians around the area, like Big Lowe's, Karen Canyon, Carla Simpson, Freshly Snipes. It's just a lot of different comedians in the movie. So that's gonna be mad funny. It's mad funny. We got a documentary called The Golden Age of African American Art.
Okay.
Where I got with Larry Poncho Brown, who's a famous black artist, and we went around and we interviewed 30 different artists, legendary artists, man, all around the country. We moved to Cali, New York, DC, Atlanta, Maryland. We was all over the place just doing these interviews. And we're gonna shop that to Netflix.
Awesome.
Then there's another thing that we're working on called Newark's Miseducated. Now that's the story of our group, OCM. Okay. And talks about, and we're gonna lead up to making it a Miseducation Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
So it's gonna be real crazy.
Yeah, people need to know that story.
Yeah, it's time to tell a story. It's time.
It's time to tell
so
a story.
It's definitely time.
Awesome.
We just dropped Bloom Give It Life, Morgan Flower Child story.
Shouts out to Morgan Flower.
Word. So it's popping right now. We actually put that on YouTube because we want more people to see it. We didn't want to go through all the rigmarole with all these different platforms that make you go through all these different steps. Let's put it out to the people. Let's just get it out there. You know what I mean? What else we got going on, man? My show that I'm doing now, I'm doing Generation Hip Hop TV, where I'm basically just talking about different topics on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right. And I'm just doing that and just putting it out there, man.
Okay. And you got Save the Arts.
Save the Arts. Save the Arts Foundation came about when I co-owned the art gallery in Jersey back in 2001. Mm-hmm. And I started to meet different artists. I met this one artist, they came in with this painting, and I mean, this joint was off the chain. It was like a tree, and it had all these faces on the tree where it was like a big shout out to the ancestors. Mm-hmm. And I said to the person, how much you want for this? And he literally said, give me $20, I'm trying to get home. Wow. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Then I started meeting different artists, and one thing that I noticed, after coming through the lawsuit that we was in with Lauren, you're fighting to be acknowledged, right? I noticed about visual artists, we knew a lot of people's art, but we never knew their faces. Mm-hmm. So I said, how can I get in, this art world? So the first thing was, I am an artist, I'm a visual artist. I painted this jacket, I painted a lot of different art pieces. But I went to an art show called October Gallery, and I realized these artists, they're on a whole nother level, But I still wanted to be in the art world some kind of way. So I started putting, two and two together. I was like, I'm gonna do an award show where I acknowledge these visual artists. And I came up with the Save the Arts Award. I designed it. And I'll send you the image so you can post it in the interview. But I came up with the Save the Arts Award. And the first show we had was in 2010 in Greensboro, Carolina Theater. We had over 700 people in attendance. And then the second one was in 2013 at High Point University. And it was even bigger. But we acknowledged all these different visual artists. And then it rolled from an award show into something else because I met so many people in the community. Then it was like, yo, you need to do more community stuff with it. This is crazy. And I started the nonprofit portion of it, where we work with the kids. And that's when we start getting into programs, into movies and filming, and just incorporating all this community stuff, man. Mm-hmm. So Save the Arts Foundation is all about the arts.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, GSO TV, we all about the community as well.
Absolutely.
So it all makes sense.
Right. Absolutely.
So yeah, man. a musician, an artist, a filmmaker. He's a Renaissance man right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
We're so happy to have him on the show.
Happy to be here.
Pause. Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode of GSO TV is brought to you by Pop Weaver Butter. Be sure to check that out.
Yeah, I gotta take some of that.
All right, yeah.
Word.
Yeah. We just joking. We ain't really supposed to have no sponsors on. It's a joke, y'all. It's a joke. Yeah, so you're still working on music.
Absolutely. I got some songs out right now. Y'all gotta check it out. Just type in OG Kilo. It's gonna come up somewhere.
Yeah. We might as well go ahead and throw all your Instagram, throw all your handles on out there so you can check.
Alright, so my Instagram is Rasheem Kilo Pugh. It's the same for Facebook. It's the same for TikTok. Also,
spell that out for me. Some people.
Rasheem is RASHEEM. Kilo is KILO, and Pugh is PUGH. Rasheem Kilo Pugh. All right? And, let me tell you one of my highlights from last year that was popping. Okay. So, I work with different producers and writers, right? So, I'm still signed to Sony as a writer. So, I always try to pitch projects to Sony from the producers and writers that I work with. Every now and then, I'll throw a little song in there from me. You know what I mean? But make a long story short, this one song got picked up, BMF TV show.
Word.
I was like, oh, yeah.
That's one of the biggest shows out there too. You got a video out.
Stories told.
Stories
Absolutely.
told. So go first before we show it, give us a little rundown about what it's about.
Stories Told is basically one of those comeback records. It's like if I ain't rapped in a few years, and now it's like, all right, you older, but if you still got skills, like a lot of y'all got out there, don't be afraid to use it. Still do what you do. If you're born with that gift, use your gifts. So Story Told is basically a song where I talk about all the stories that people be telling that we know is not real. And especially because we grown and we see these people on a day-to-day, we like, why you even talking like that? There's no need to talk like that, bro. Like, bro, I can see that ain't no Maybach right there. I can see you not in that mansion over there. Like, you know, just talk your talk, like, keep it real, basically. So that's what that song is about. It's basically like, yo, more people need to keep it real.
Okay.
So it got a little gangster vibe though. It's pretty hot.
Okay, well shit. Yeah. Let's go ahead and check it out there.
All right.
Roll it.
OG Kilo, OG Kilo. OG Kilo, OG Kilo. Walk through the hood, 30s up, that's Brick City life like it ain't nothing. Many try to make ties, get sent home in a box like it ain't nothing. Talk too much, get sliced on the side of your face while you say something. Alhamdulillah, got them bent in the middle of the mosque, yeah, pray for them. If that look nice, take it off, yeah, everything nice is my size. See the struggle, see the pain, see the I'ma get it by any means in my eyes. That's OG Kilo. Used to rob, now he do a job for the people. Change ain't come, still see it ain't equal. Resurrect Malcolm for the sequel. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk a lot, it's too bad the way you say it never happened. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk too much, too bad the way you say it never happened. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk about it. Too bad the way you say it never happened. It never happened. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk about it. Too bad the way you say it never happened. Every story told you're missing. In the county, it's tales of the prison. Telling lies like you got a condition. In a gang, but you hold no position. 30's up, OG spot lifter. Don't sleep, concrete to come get ya. It's no work for the overwork. Residual everything after the dirt. I'm on my dean like clean him, save him, give his whole life new meaning. He left his soul at a pawn shop. They had to give it back in a gold box. 50 rounds in the front door. Heard a holler, so we bust off 9 more. Cops came, now the whole city uproar. Another story that he told on the jail floor. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk a lot. It's too bad the way you say it never happened. Never happened. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk too much. Too bad the way you say it never happened. Never happened. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk about it. Too bad the way you say it never happened. It never happened. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk about it. Too bad the way you say it never happened. You got a hood dictionary and some friends that died. You try to carry the torch. But the story's never about your life. You the type that never left the porch. Nothing happened, but you call yourself a rapper, so I guess you gotta follow the course. Say you the best till you come around the rest, and a real one test your jaws. Oh, you real loud till you hear another sound, and the whole crew duck like blang. Straight left your chick, the crew you with, you straight Carl Lewis on the grand. You lost your whip, you lost your chick, you lost your click, and then you lost your chain. Your mouth is split, your heart is took, your story shook, it's straight fiction on your name. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk a lot. It's too bad the way you say it never happened. Never happened. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk too much. It's too bad the way you say it never happened. Never happened. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk about it. Too bad the way you say it never happened. It never happened. Yeah, I see the way you like to talk about it. Talk about it. Too bad the way you say it never happened.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Y'all make sure to run the numbers up on that. Share that.
Right.
Subscribe to that YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Show Kilo some love.
That's it. A little bit of love go a long way.
Yes, indeed. So, if there's artists watching right now, you know what I'm saying, that are pursuing a career at this, what kind of advice can you give them, you know, that might can help them on their way?
I'm gonna tell you, I had a conversation a couple years ago, and a friend of mine who's a famous producer called me with his brand new artist, and he asked the same question. And I'm not gonna say the words, the cuss words, but I'm gonna break it down. I said, don't give a F. Because when you start caring, you're not gonna give that original, it's not gonna be authentic. When you start caring what other people think, you're gonna start tailor-making your stuff and shaping it certain ways to fit in places that don't even need to fit in. You know what I mean? It's like we already have a Drake, we already got Lil Wayne, we already got these artists that's already in existence. So if you're an artist, be original as possible. Just do you. You know what I'm saying? Don't overthink it. Have fun. Get back. You know what I'm saying?
In today's world, that's one of the hardest things. I swear all these cats sound alike.
Absolutely.
Killing me. Go to an open mic. Out of 10 rappers, they all want to sound like the same beat. I'm like, is the same producer making this? Is the same producer for all y'all? I swear the same 808, the same drum pad. Is in all the songs.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, even like some of your friends will mess you up, man. Because I remember I used to get in the car with my homies back in Jersey, and they be listening to, and I'm talking about back in the day, they be listening to Cube or listening to Scarface, and they be like, this is hot. So it automatically make me go, man, I gotta make something kind of like that for my boy to say it's hot. You know what I'm saying? And then I missed the mark. I totally missed the mark. Because I'll notice the same time when they say this is hot, that was a discovery to them. They discovered Ice Cube, and then they decided this is fire. They discovered Scarface, and then it was fire. So you gotta be discovered too in your own way. You know what I mean? It's like, so when I come, I gotta come my way, and then you decide if this is hot or if it's not, that make it in your radio or in your car or whatever. But I still gotta be me. And when you learn to appreciate me, then you'll really get it like, okay, that's his lane, that's who he is.
So another question that we like to ask here on the show. All right. And I'm definitely ready to hear it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Top 5 rap artists of all time.
Ooh.
No particular order. Your top 5.
Time.
All time. Run it down.
All right, I'm gonna have to go with Rakim.
Talking my law.
KRS-One,
Teacher.
Ice Cube,
Sir.
Scarface, and I'm gonna have to say, oh man, this is rough, but I'm gonna have to go with LL Cool J.
LL.
I'm gonna have to go with LL. Hey, look. Ain't nothing, look. Radio is just, I wanted to throw Run DMC in there, but I had to go, I had to pick
Okay.
who I listen to the most.
All right, well, let's give it another run then. That was a dope top 5 too.
Thanks, bro.
So we had to name top 5 groups of all time. What you got?
Automatic Run DMC. Groups. Jungle Brothers.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Tribe Called Quest. Dang, groups.
Come on.
NWA.
So,
I'm gonna have to shake it up and say, because they was mad fun, Two Live Crew.
Two Live Crew. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Uncle Luke.
That's it.
Beautiful thing, man.
You know what I mean?
It's a beautiful thing. Heck yeah. Well, yeah, man.
Now, if it was current artists, that's a different list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Different list. Well, give me the top 5 current.
Current.
Man, throw it over.
Current.
Man, top 5 current. What you got?
Current. I'm gonna have to go with Lil Baby.
Lil Baby, shout out to
I'm gonna have to go with The Baby.
Lil Baby, Charlotte.
Oh man, hold up, you just hit me. What's them dudes that be doing the freestyles?
Who does the freestyle?
One guy,
That's
he be
all
like, one guy his hair up like old Busta Rhymes used to have.
I
They be like, who? They be sitting around a table.
couldn't tell you.
They a group. Look them up. It's like, wait, 1, 2, 3. It's probably 4 of them.
Okay.
And they sit at a long table and they all got mics on the table and they just rocking. And they rapping on one of them, they rapping on one of dang. I think it's Busta Rhymes in an old beat. But they hot. They hot. I don't know the name of that group, but y'all hot. Y'all number 3. Y'all hot. Y'all hot. I'll tell you. Nipsey.
Yeah.
Nipsey, his stuff, I can listen to that all day. My last person, current, man, it's gonna have to be T.I., man.
Yeah.
What you know about that? What you know about? But that's just because I'm a fan of T.I. because I like the way he moves.
Right.
I like the way he moves. That's that real.
Yeah.
It's that real stuff outside of the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Educating, investing, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, T.I.'s
Love
doing
it.
things, man. T.I.'s doing things, you know. Like I said, I was fortunate to be on, you know, his TV shows coming out. I don't know when they gonna drop it.
Right.
But yeah, it was cool meeting T.I., man, meeting the king, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, in Atlanta, you hear a lot about T.I. He's definitely doing his thing.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Big shout out to Tip. And he just blew up my little, I did for my channel, my Generation Hip Hop
Yeah,
TV
tell us
blog.
about that.
I did this, I talked about the lawsuit that they have with LOL OMG Dolls. Basically, how to say, allegedly, they bit off the OMG girl's image and likeness. So they got a lawsuit with the doll company. And I did a post about it, and he shared it, man. It got like 1.6 million views. I was like, ooh, because I never used to post on Instagram at all. So I don't really have no Instagram followers at all.
So yeah, man, we appreciate you. Y'all be sure to check him out. You know what I'm saying? He's doing major things. Like I said, he's a influencer out here in the community. Right. He works with a lot of people. He's touching a lot of lives. He's 50 years old and he's still out here making moves.
Absolutely.
Influencing, creating. So check him out, you know what I'm saying? He's a living legend, ladies and gentlemen. And we are just so happy to have him on the show. It's a beautiful thing. From Greensboro to Atlanta, from Atlanta back to Greensboro worldwide. It's GSO TV. Check us out twice a week in Greensboro, every Sunday in Atlanta, Greensboro to Atlanta. Atlanta, Greensboro, back and forth. If you are out there and you want to get on GSO TV, hit us up, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you on here. If you got a music video, if you just want to come and do an interview, if you want to do a performance, hey, we out here. We're out here for the people. We're out here for the community. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, keep it locked. GSO TV, we got more to come. Stay tuned.